Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about how I made 3K in one day with one model. First of all, I was going to say, if I sound a bit weird, I am sick, so I apologize about that. But obviously I still got to get some videos out. So pretty much just a bit of an update from the last video, my most recent video. If you've not seen that, make sure you go check it to not miss anything. But pretty much we're only doing Reddit for a while. We've scaled that up to like 12 accounts now. It's going well, obviously, but only doing Reddit is not really enough, in my opinion. Obviously, some creators can do extremely well just with Reddit, but we wanted to scale, as fast as we can with as many tracks as possible. Because this creator has a lot of opportunity, I think. There's a lot that can be made with her, so there's no point not doing certain things. So, what we've done since the last video I made, we've added threads and Twitter as traffic sources. So, for Twitter, if you don't know, or you've not seen any of my other videos, for Twitter, pretty much all we do is retweet for retweet. We do comment baiting as well, but the main thing we do is retweet for retweet using Xbot, which is a tool that automates retweet for retweet. It's 10 times cheaper than using VAs or any type of service or paying for retweets, anything like that, and obviously saves you a bunch of time if you were to do it yourself. Because doing it yourself would you technically just be a VA for the model because it is like a 24/7 type of thing. So doing it yourself is not really worth it. So yeah, we use Xbot. Pretty much all we did was we had one main account for her, and we had a few slaves. So we started off with 5 slaves like a few days ago, and now we're at like 10 slaves, and the main account doing comment baiting. So obviously we're getting like 1 to 2K retweets per day, and obviously with good content that can perform very well on Twitter, and we're getting like 200 to 300 free subs a day at the moment from Twitter. So that's basically all we're doing for Twitter. Like I said, using Xbot. If you've not seen any of my other videos, make sure you go check them about Xbot, because Xbot is one of the best tools out there, in my opinion, for Twitter, if not the best. It makes your life a lot easier. Scaling Twitter and automating it is so easy with Xbot. Like I said, this is literally all we did. We had multiple accounts, all had Xbot running retweets on them, and we just make one new pin post a day on the Twitter account, and that's literally it. So it's literally it's a very little amount of work. Now, as for threads, we had 10 threads accounts organic, and then we had 50 threads slaves accounts using our follow bot. So once again, I've got multiple videos about the follow bot specifically, but pretty much what it does is just a mass following tool. So we'll have a bunch of slaves accounts on threads following like 50 people a day, and pretty much all those followers will then go to the account and they'll see in the bio a link and the art of the main accounts. So obviously the main accounts would grow and we get a few extra subs from the link, but the main thing we use it for is to grow the main accounts. So when we started off, obviously all these accounts had like 0 followers, but they grew quite fast because of the follow bot, and obviously we were posting like 3 to 5 times a day organically. Obviously the first like 2 days didn't perform too well, but then we found what content works. But this is one key thing with threads is you need to keep testing until you find out what works for your model. So the first 2 days we didn't really perform well on any of the threads accounts, like 100 likes or whatever, 50 likes, but after the second day we tested out new content and new caption and it worked well. We got like 1K likes. So we literally started rinse and repeating the exact same thing on every single account. Every account, same content, same caption, and it worked. All of the accounts started getting like 1K plus likes. So technically we were getting in total 10K plus likes every day. So obviously that also turns out to be a lot of subs. We were probably getting like, I would say like 200 to 300 free subs as well from threads. We switched to paid now, but we were doing free at first. We only switched it to paid literally like yesterday. So yeah, but overall we were getting a lot of subs. And that's pretty much all we do. Obviously for Reddit, we're doing organic mainly. I mentioned on the last video that we are testing out not slaves, suicide as well. But the main thing we do is organic. And that's pretty much all we've done so far. So I think, overall it's very simple. Obviously one of the main things as well is the chatting. I'm not going to make a video about it specifically. I think there's no point making a video about it. But however, I did open up a chatting agency literally yesterday or the day before. and pretty much it's a channel agency. We take 20%, but obviously we use the same we use the same team for our own models that we do for the channel agency. We train them the same way. So channeling is very important because with the amount of subs we get, a lot of people they won't make this much money. Like obviously we are getting pretty good subs, but it's nothing too crazy yet. But because we have good channels, we're able to make a lot more than we usually could. Um, some people with the amount of subs that we get would maybe only make like 1K a day, maybe even less sometimes. But obviously we're able to push those like 2 to 3K days now, because of the chats we have. So all these traffic is great, but obviously chatting is where you make the most money. So having a good chat team is obviously the most important thing. Um, so yeah, but that's pretty much it overall. Like I said, Twitter is very simple to do. Threads, once again, it is somewhat easy. It's just the main thing with threads that I tell people always is, like I said, you have to keep testing out new things until you find the content and caption that works together. Because sometimes you'll use good content, but the caption won't make sense with it. So you have to just keep testing until you find something, and eventually it's super easy to go viral like every single day. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Like I said, I've got other videos talking more about Xbox specifically, or the follow bot specifically. So if you guys don't, or you guys haven't seen that, make sure to check it. But yeah, we do have a few calls in a private group on Monday and Tuesday, where I'm gonna be talking about how I made this more in depth. So make sure you guys go check that out. It'll be in the description, my private group link. And yeah.